evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Nick, aka The Limey, and today we are doing a bit of an extension on the wall. So last time I was here, I was making a wall, put a door. There we go, guys. So you can see that all works. And what I want to do is, a while ago I saw an April Wilkerson episode where she built a fold down workbench. So it was attached to the wall and it could fold down. That means that it's not taking up floor space like this one does. So obviously floor space is at a premium in here. 50% of the garage is covered in rubbish at the moment. But it means that this one folds down flat, you can go against the wall, but it's great for small projects. If I'm working on anything bigger, and sort of a little bit bigger than the workbench, I find it a real struggle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a workbench to this wall over here, and that will allow me to have one that folds down from the wall. I can double it up for the size of this. So I wanna run a sheet or a 2x4 or whatever I'm working on, something long. I've got something to hold the other end, and I've got an extra workstation as well, okay? And as we know, there's lights all in the right places for this. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Let's get cracking. So I mean, here is a prime example of what I mean. So I'm trying to cut a piece of wood. I need to take the end off. And I've got nowhere to support that end. So in an ideal world, I've got my workbench. I can flip that down, pop it on, cut the wood, just crack on. So we've got the basic framework all sorted out. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop legs in here and here. Obviously in the full length, we'll work out that. And then what we'll do is we'll round over the ends of those and maybe drop them a little bit. And the idea would be that they roll up and they sit like that against the floor. So we've got a bench. So this end is attached to the wall. Folds down this way, and as it folds down, the legs fall down that way and make it stop at the right height. What we're going to do is we'll put a block across here, a long block. I'm just using scraps because I haven't cut any of these pieces of wood yet. We'll put a long block across there so it can't go any further. Attach that to the legs, so when they go down, they go to about there. So I think I need to do a few things. I need to figure out the height of the black workbench, because that's where we're going to attach the 2x whatever over there. Figure out the size of that, so I'll cut a piece of 2x4 long as wide as the as wide as that, and that'll prop on there. Easy peas. And then what we will do is we will work out the height of this, because that will tell us exactly where the 2x4 is going and where how long the legs need to be. Okay, that's the plan. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, so this is roughly where I want it to go. Just to give you guys an idea of what it's actually going to look like, I've cut the rear bracket, so we'll attach that to the wall. Okay, just like that. This will you go there and there. That will then attach to the wall something like that. So what you can actually do is move this over. So I want it to come out as far as I possibly can. So that's roughly going to be the position of the fold down workbench, okay? So what we're gonna do is we'll measure the height of this. I need to take out the width of the OSB board. So if I just line this up with that, which will make my job easier, what's going to happen is when the OSB board is on top of it, it's got the extra width of the OSB board. So what I need to do is just drop this down the width of a piece of OSB, which I'm hoping could be there, make my life much easier. And then when it folds down, it'll be perfectly level at the same height, okay? So that's the height I need the legs, that's the height I need this bracket to be set at, okay? So what I'll do is I'm gonna attach this bracket without this in the way. We'll attach that directly to the wall. I'll make sure we've got studs behind it. I'll put some blocking in there if I have to make sure it's nice and secure and nice and stable. Probably just stick some wedges and bits in there to make it all work. And then that way, when I want to use this, I can just fold this down and I'll have a workbench that I can use here with a bit of natural light, the light above me, and then obviously I've got my normal workbench there as well that I can run lengths of OSB, MDF, 2x4s, whatever it is I'm doing. When I don't need it anymore, I can just pop it back up and run away. Okay, so I've just put some holes, and you can see here, we've got some holes here, holes here, here, there. Get any further over than that? So what I need to do is I need to put some blocking in this one and in that one to make sure that everything is nice and stable and secure back here. And what I'll probably do is this one, maybe I'll pop a little, just pop a little bit in here, just so it's got something to push down on as well, so there's absolutely no way it's going to fall. If I've got a bit of scrap, I'm not going to waste a big chunk of 2x4 for that one, but I'll run a bit of block in there. And while I'm here, I never did that bit, so I'll do that bit too. Right, let's get on. Okay, so just a quick update on what we've done in the back of the wall. So we've got blocking in here, in this one, and we've got block in here. So I've just screwed through the outside of the wall, straight into the side of the 2x4. Obviously here I wasn't able to do that, so I've just used some pocket screws, and that holds it nice and secure. Then what I'm going to do is attach the 2x4 on the other side of the wall, directly into all of this, and we've got a nice secure base for the workbench. We're getting there, guys. So hopefully now we're starting to see how the whole thing will work. So some legs on the front, and we're good to go. Okay, before I go any further, I want to put my hinges on. So what I've done is just cut a couple of pieces of the OSB board, just so I've got it as spacers. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put 3 hinges on here. I'm not going to push them up tight. I'll put one in the middle here. And then as I slide the table on, obviously they will come and fold that way. That's the plan. Let's give it a go. Okay, so the last thing I need to do really is just work out how high the legs need to be. So the legs need to be the same height as this. So if we do 75 centimeters, we'll make sure that we've got enough space here. I think these are 122s. Yeah. So if I make the legs 75 centimeters, then it should, when it folds down, be perfectly level. And if not, we can adjust the legs a little bit. More chopping. So now I've got everything I needed for the bench. So what we have is we've got the outer rail that is glued and screwed from the top. We've got the leg, which is currently just being held in place by a clamp. leg outer space. I've left this space so when it's working as a workbench, I can use clamps, okay? So I've got that whole space all the way around the 3 sides that I'll probably be working against. And then I've got the cross piece. So this allows me to have both of the legs pop out at the same time. And in theory, on April's video, it acted as a stop block. Okay, so it meant the legs wouldn't go any further forwards than that. So fingers crossed, that is what's going to work for me. I picked up some hardware this morning at the store. It's a little bit more industrial than I thought it was going to be. In my head, I was going to do an outer rail, a leg, and then I was going to squeeze in, like almost make a pocket for the leg to sit in. So that's why I picked the longer lag bolts. But watching April's video, she didn't do that. And I don't really think I need to either. But now I'm doing this, I'm kind of tempted to do it because I've got the length of lag bolt. Let me have a few minutes to think about it and we'll come right back. All that's left to do now is get this on the 2x4 and get the hinges screwed in. So let's do that. Now, what would have been really sensible would have been to bring the screws this way. Well guys, I think we have done it. We have managed to get the table all mounted. Here it is in all its glory, and I really hope that I've done April proud. I've even kept true to her waist that she used a bit of scrap for this bit right here. Okay, so we have a table. Workbench. It's completely worked out perfectly. This is perfect. Now, the big question, does it do what we need it to do? Where I can work on some bigger projects. Create an OSB. Hey, you wanna go up? What's this? Getting some OSB, and it's not even a problem anymore. Guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Nick, aka The Limey. This is Bear the Poodle. Tune in for the next one. Make sure you like, subscribe, and give us a huge thumbs up. What do you think? Is it a success? Is it a success? Yeah, it is. Come on, let's go. Say bye-bye.
Get it, comma and a comma, gotta get it, and it's a ticket, talking miles for the